Jörgöt kívánok, hogy vagy? I only say that because I forgot how you say hello in Greek, and I'm sure somebody will write it in the comments. But nonetheless, it's start of another day, and today I'm leaving and going to Eged, Hungary, Eged Magyarország in northern Hungary, and I'm going to step off the plane today, I hope, in Budapest at about 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Pick up a rental car and take the hour and a half drive up to Agad. And I hope there's no traffic because I don't think that there will be. Budapest has got a lot of traffic, like every major city, but I don't think there'll be a lot of traffic because the airport is located in the southeast corner of metropolitan Budapest, and Eged is located northeast of Budapest. So I should be able to skirt a lot of the traffic, or so I hope, going up to Eged. But I was thinking yesterday about my thought-making process of going to Agad. And in the past, I would have allowed romance to be a big influence, and then a big influence in my decision-making process. I should say romance, or the hope for romance. But and I say that because I had left Budapest last week, having had dinner with a lovely young lady, and had left it where we might have dinner or get together one more time before I leave for the States. And then there was also the lady that stood me up, and I had thought about going back to Budapest, and then of course lunch with Nori, but that doesn't have any romantic dynamics to it. But anyway, in the past I might have allowed those dates, if you will, to influence my decision-making process. But now, maybe it's just that I'm older and wiser, and I'm gonna go to Agad. But it's kind of interesting how you think about the decisions that you make in life. And isn't there a song by George Michael or something like that? Turn a different corner, and we never would have met. And it's just kind of interesting. You go through life and you make these decisions, and sometimes you make big decisions, sometimes you make little decisions. All day long you make decisions. And it's just interesting how the decisions that you make in life can forever change or alter the course of your life. And it's always fascinating to just kind of let sit back and let life unfold and in front of you, and just as you make these decisions. So I'm going up to Agad today, and Agad is where my what would it be, paternal grandfather. I was walking down the street yesterday, and I found myself thinking that, I'm going back to where it all began. And that's only partially true. That's only partially true. That's where the Hungarian side of my heritage all began. But I've got an equally, although I don't know too much about it, I have to say, I have an equally, I'm sure, important heritage from Irish and Scottish, or as they say in Hungary, Scot. They call Scottish people Skot, S-K-O-T, uh, descent as well. And anyway, but it's interesting going back. So going back to Agad will be that'll be interesting for me. That's where, I've always identified more so with my Hungarian side of the family. And the very first time that I went to Hungary, it was almost eerie. Uh, it was as if I oftentimes like to think that my grandfather's soul, István's, I often like to think that it's István's soul that's pulling me back like a magnet to steel to Hungary, and here I go to Agad, and I don't know if I'll be able to find the place that he was born. I've got it written down somewhere, or I've got it on a document that my aunt gave me back home, and unfortunately I don't have that with me, but I think that his home was not too far from the city center, if I'm not mistaken, because I think that Nori and I walked there from the city center one time when we went to visit, and I have a vague recollection of the I know what the house looks like, and I kind of know what the streets around look like. It was kind of like an intersection of three roads or something, just up around from the city center. So I don't know if I'll be able to find it or not, but this time I'll have a car so I can drive around and check that out. But anyway, I rented a nice little Airbnb place for 2 nights. I rented an Airbnb place for 2 nights right near the city center. And you can Google Agad, E-G-E-R. Just Google Agad, however you pronounce it. And then tonight, when I get there at about 5 o'clock, I'm going to, what is it, beeline or hightail it or whatever you want to call it, right to the Turkish bath. I'm going right to the bath. I'm not even gonna check into my Airbnb. I'm gonna go right to the bath, right to the Turkish bath. And hmm, I think they're open till either 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock, one or the other. And so I'm gonna go to the bath today. I'm gonna go to the bath tomorrow. Yeah. And tomorrow I'm gonna get myself an all on massage. I'm gonna treat myself to a massage tomorrow at the Turkish bath. But anyway, Google that if you get a chance. Agad, E-G-E-R, Turkish bath, and that's where I'll find myself at the end of the day. After all this traveling, I was thinking that I need a vacation. I need a vacation. I need to go and just kind of sit. Maybe Maui. Maybe Maui. Maybe go to Maui and just kind of rent a place right on the beach, and fall asleep listening to the surf and and what have you, and sit out under the stars at night listening to John Denver. That's what I do when I go to. That's what I often do when I go to Maui. I'll sit out at night and just watch the stars and go across the sky against the backdrop of the palm trees swaying in the breeze. But nonetheless, no, I don't know if I'll go to Maui or not. I've got my mindset, interestingly enough, of going down to Australia for a nothing like the trip that I took here. Nothing here. It's just been moving around. I can't even imagine to begin to think of how many different pillows my head has hit on this trip. I tried counting the other night, how many different places that I've stayed. I'm sure Rob down in Melbourne's got the answer. He probably has documented everything. He's probably got a calendar. And Rob down in Australia could probably tell me, or tell us, I should say, how many different places I've stayed in on this trip. But nonetheless, and then you see my alarm's going off. Pilanat is one moment. Okay, I set the alarm on my laptop to go off every day, and it's still on Hungarian time. But anyway, so what else was on my mind today? You know, life's regrets. I was having dinner with Mary the other day. Wonderful Mary. And we somehow or another the conversation turned to regrets, and I don't recall Mary's answer as far as her own personal regrets. And even if I did, that's her business. But as far as my own personal regrets, I told Mary that I think that to have regrets in life, and to dwell on those regrets in life, uh, basically is saying that you wish that you were someone other than who you are right now. And I say that because everything that happened over the course of your lifetime, every decision you made over the course of a lifetime, or everything you did or didn't do over the course of your lifetime, made you who you are today. That's how I think about it. Everything that I've done over the course of my lifetime made me who I am today as I sit here doing this video. And for me to look back over my life and wish that I had done something different, made a different decision, or made it whatever, it would basically change who I am today, who I am in the here and now. And for the most part, I like who I am. I like who I am in the here and now. And so I can't really say that I have regrets per se. But I wish I could see these comments that come up. But I can't really say that I have regrets. I don't. As I look back over the course of my life, I can't say that I have regrets. I will say, as I told Mary the other day, that in my youth, when I was younger, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I certainly wish that I hadn't have smoked. I certainly wish that I hadn't have drank as much as I drank. Okay. I certainly wish that I hadn't had, smoked the pot that I had smoked, and what have you. So I don't know if you would classify those as regrets, but I say that, I wish that I hadn't done that stuff, because you don't know what the irreversible damage that, those actions will have on me in the long term, as far as the smoking and the drinking and what have you. You just I wish I could see these comments. Oz, is the new piece on your wrist? Is that a new piece on my wrist? This thing here? This is the this is the piece that the lady at the well, Oz, let me finish the Oz Ops. Are you in a gad? Hi Tom, where are you today? Oh, this is all Oz. Oz, I can't do my video and make and do the and do the comments. Please, Oz. Please control yourself. But anyway, as far as the regrets, you don't know. Looking back over the course of my lifetime, it's hard to say to what extent the habits that I had of drinking and smoking, will ultimately have on my aging process, if you will. Maybe if I didn't smoke as much, smoke or drink as much, I'd have more hair right now. Maybe it'd still be a little bit curly, but who knows? So anyway, and if only just to answer Oz's question, the thing on my wrist. The thing on my wrist was given to me by this lady in that restaurant the other night. Remember the restaurant with the woman and a man, and the man was dancing? And the woman, she made a big deal about putting this thing on my wrist. I don't know if you can see it. It's basically a string or something. I don't know what it is, but nonetheless, I put it on my wrist, and I just kind of left it. I just kind of left it there in the chance that she watches my videos and she sees this on my wrist. You know, it will make her day maybe. You know, to see that I'm wearing this thing that she put on my wrist. But anyway, hmm, that's about it. That's about it for the that's about it for the day's thoughts. So I'm not in Agad, Oz. If you had been here on time, you would have known that. Okay, I'm I'm on my way to Agad. I'm going to just wrap up a little bit of work, and then head out to the airport and do that. I got everything figured out. I hope I got everything figured out for the next few days. So tomorrow I'll be in Agad, and they have a Christmas market there. Speaking of life's decisions, I woke up this morning to a text from a friend in California asking me if I was in France because of the Christmas market attack. And I mean, with the schedule as it is, I would not have been in Strasbourg at this time where they had the. For those of you just tuning in, there was a shooting at a Christmas market in Strasbourg, and interestingly enough, that was one of the Christmas markets that I was going to go to. But talking about life's decisions, I mean, you can make a decision. You can make a decision to, I could have made a decision to go on to the Christmas markets, and who knows what would have happened. But anyway, so I rented an Airbnb place for 2 nights in Agad, and that'll pass quickly. I'll do a little bit of work tomorrow, but for the most part, I'm going to kind of do some walk and talks in the city where I all began, and I'll do some walk and talk videos there. Go to the Christmas market. Go back to the bath. I'll get my massage tomorrow, and then Friday it's off to Reykjavik. And I went online yesterday, and I had booked a really nice place in Reykjavik for 3 nights. What is Friday, Saturday, Sunday? 3 nights I had booked to the tune of 50,000 points. And normally you can get a place with your points. You can get a modest accommodation with your points for 5,000 points. So I had used 45,000 points for 3 nights, which would be, if you do the math, divided by 5. I don't know how many nights that is. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 9 nights. That's over a week with points. And so anyway, I canceled that and got all my points back. And I opted for a nice Airbnb share. It's like a private room in a house. It's nice. It looks really nice. Great reviews, whole 9 yards. It's a 30-minute walk from downtown Reykjavik, but it's got parking, free parking. And I rented a car because the weather forecast for Reykjavik this weekend looks like temperatures in the 30s, even low 40s. And there'll be some rain on Saturday, but Sunday should be partly cloudy or partly sunny. And I'll have a car, so there's no need to wait, or no need to waste 45,000 points on 3 nights for a beautiful place when I'm not gonna be there. So I will save those. I'll save those points. Maybe I'll save those points for the layover in Hawaii on my way down to Brisbane. It's looking like I might go stay with the lovely Michelle. down in the Gold Coast. I get it mixed up. Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast. I don't know, one or the other. Maybe it's called the Gold Coast of Australia, but 2 or 4 hand massage. You see, Oz, he just can't control himself. 2 hand massage, Oz, just a 2 hand massage. So anyway, I'm looking at there's 7 people online right now watching this video, and 7 people online watching. Oh, there I go repeating myself, but anyway, I found myself, Skip. Those of you that watch Skip Smith, Skip Smith came out with a new shirt. Skip Smith went out and got a logo. Skip sign off every time he does a video. See you on the other side. And I guess that's trucker jargon or something. So Skip Smith goes out and has a logo designed of a semi truck, and then across the in a half circle across the semi truck is his sign off. See you on the other side. And he's actually selling merchandise on his channel. I mean, Skip Smith, with a fraction of the subscribers that I have, he's selling merchandise on his YouTube channel. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should be selling merchandise on my channel. And what would my logo say? And I woke up this morning thinking that we want Tom TV shirt, something like that. I found myself thinking that maybe a nice little drawing, a sketch of my dad, Ernie, maybe a nice little sketch of Ernie, and just a little thing that says, I love you all, something like that. Maybe that's what I should have printed up, just a little thing of my dad with the words, I love you all on it. But anyway, speaking of Skip Smith, anybody out there that wants to send me anything, Skip said I can use his P.O. box. So if you go to Skip Smith's, maybe I'll type it into the comments here below later, but if you go to Skip Smith's channel, Skip Smith The Villages, he said that under every one of his videos, he puts his P.O. box address and his email address and what have you. And he said that I can use Skip said I can use his P.O. box. If anybody wants to send me anything, just put it attention Tom Hall, and he'll get it to me. So anyway, I need to get on with my day. I hope everybody out there has a great day, okay? And take good care.